The distress call was old. That alone was troubling. By the time it reached Earth's deep space listening arrays, it had already traveled across 12 star systems, bounced through decaying relay nodes, and degraded into fragments of static and desperation. Most species would have marked it as lost, too late to matter. Humanity did not. The message was reconstructed by Earth's Vanguard command within minutes. It was short, broken, and unmistakably terrified. This is a Calreth Union. We are under attack. Our fleets are gone. If anyone hears this, please. The signal ended in a scream, followed by silence. Admiral Jonah Hale stared at the projection, jaw tight. The Calreth were not allies. They weren't enemies either. They were distant, cautious, a mid-tier civilization that kept to itself. They are 3 sectors outside our influence, a strategist noted. Response time would be irrelevant. Hale cut in. Prepare the Vanguard. The room went still. The Vanguard battle fleet was not deployed lightly. It wasn't a defensive force. It wasn't ceremonial. It was humanity's final answer, the fleet designed not to fight wars, but to end them. So, another officer said carefully, "We don't know who attacked them. Could be a trap." Hale nodded. Or it could be a massacre. Either way, we don't ignore distress call. Orders went out. Across Earth's orbital rings and hidden shipyards, colossal vessels powered up, hulls bristling with weapons never shown to the galactic community disengaged from docks. Crews boarded in silence, professionalism replacing ceremony. No speeches, no bravado, just readiness. Within 30 minutes, the Vanguard fleet jumped. To the rest of the galaxy, the jump signatures were impossible. Human drives bent space in ways most species considered theoretical and unsafe. The fleet didn't arrive near Calreth space. It arrived inside it. What they found was devastation. Entire orbital habitats shattered. Defense platforms reduced to molten debris. Calreth ships drifted powerless, some still burning. On the planet below, cities smoldered beneath a haze of atmospheric ash. Multiple hostile fleets detected, tactical reported. Unknown species. Configuration suggests a coalition. Admiral Hale's eyes hardened. Whoever they are, they stayed too long. The attackers noticed the humans seconds later. A wall of unfamiliar warships turned toward the Vanguard, weapons charging. They broadcast a warning in a dozen languages. This system is under reclamation. Leave or be destroyed. Hale didn't respond immediately. Instead, he opened the channel to all Vanguard vessels. Rules of engagement, he said calmly. Primary objective, stop the attack. Secondary, secure survivors. Tertiary, ensure this never happens again. The fleet acknowledged. Then Hale transmitted one sentence to the enemy. You ignored a distress call. The human fleet moved. Vanguard ships didn't form lines. They dispersed, each vessel acting independently yet perfectly synchronized. Enemy targeting systems struggled to keep up as humans attacked from angles that broke conventional formation logic. Energy shields failed under sustained, precise pressure. Human weapons didn't just overpower, they dissected. Power cores detonated. Command ships went dark. Coordinated strikes severed the coalition's ability to communicate within the first 2 minutes. The attackers tried to retreat. They couldn't. Human interdiction fields locked down the system, trapping every hostile ship inside a collapsing battle space. Boarding pods launched next, not chaotic assaults, but calculated insertions. Marines breached command decks with terrifying efficiency. No speeches, no cruelty, just execution of objectives. On the planet below, human dropships descended through fire and smoke. Medical teams deployed alongside combat units. Calreth civilians, those still alive, watched in stunned disbelief as armored humans pulled them from rubble, established shield perimeters, and drove back remaining ground forces. One Kalreth elder, injured and shaking, stared up at a human medic. "You came," he whispered. The medic nodded. "You asked for help." Above the planet, the final enemy flagship attempted a desperate jump. Admiral Hale authorized one shot. A single kinetic round, unguided, unstoppable, crossed the distance in seconds and punched through the flagship's core. The vessel collapsed inward, gone without an explosion. Silence followed. The battle had lasted 11 minutes. In the aftermath, human fleets remained. They didn't declare territory. They didn't demand tribute. They didn't broadcast victory. They rebuilt. Engineers stabilized planetary infrastructure. Medical ships treated the wounded. Vanguard vessels stood watch at system boundaries, ensuring no second wave would arrive. Only after the Kalreth leadership was secured did Admiral Hale open a channel to the wider galaxy. "This is Earth," he said simply. A distress call was answered. "The attack is over. Any further aggression in this sector will be met by the Vanguard." Across known space, the message spread rapidly. Civilizations replayed sensor data. Analysts reviewed combat footage in disbelief. The attackers, once feared, had been dismantled with surgical precision by a fleet that hadn't even announced itself beforehand. The conclusion was unavoidable. Humanity did not need to be everywhere. They only needed to respond once. The Kalreth Union formally petitioned for alliance days later, not out of fear, but respect. As one elder recorded in their archives, "When the galaxy burned, Earth did not ask who we were or what we could offer. They came because we called. And when Earth comes, the war is already over." Far beyond Kalreth space, powers that once ignored human presence quietly updated their doctrines. Distress calls were no longer background noise, because now the galaxy knew who answered them, and what followed